Hello and welcome to the July 2021 Coffee of the Month video. Today we're going to talk about our new Coffee of the Month, which was grown and harvested in the beautiful country of Guatemala in Central America. We also have the visit of Marta from Coffee Bird today. Thank you so much for coming over for a chat at the roastery.
Thanks for inviting me. Hi, my name's Marta Dalton, and I represent the sixth generation of coffee growers in Antigua, Guatemala, which stems from the Coffee of the Month. I set up with my mother 10 years ago, Coffee Bird, to help my grandfather sell his coffee, this one, at a better price. And what started as just like a passion project has turned into 10 years of creating real impact through connecting like-minded roasters and farmers together and getting good prices and good quality for both.
So that's actually the coffee that started it all.
Yeah, it is.
So before we actually get into more details in here, so I can show you real quick. So this is our new Coffee of the Month. It's from Marta's family farm in Antigua, Guatemala. So the first thing is that every month we like to give a name to our Coffee of the Month. So sometimes we do collaborations with other companies. So we name the coffee after the company we work with. But most of the time we don't do that, and so we like to name the coffee after the country where it's from or the culture. And so we thought, well, it's a coffee from Guatemala. It's sourced with your help at Coffee Bird, so we can name it after the national bird of Guatemala, which is the Quetzal.
Yeah.
So we named actually the coffee the Quetzal.
Oh, cool.
Quetzal is, if I'm not mistaken, I think is the national bird of Guatemala, which is quite a bit of a symbolic in the Mayan culture, I think.
Yeah.
It's often represented in Mayan mythology. So the coffee is from Bosques de San Francisco. So the farm is located very close to Antigua.
Yes.
So Antigua is one of the most touristy places in Guatemala, I think.
Oh, it's like a Spanish colonial town with Mayan flair, tucked in the valley of 3 volcanoes.
So when you're drinking this coffee, you're actually drinking 150 years of history as well.
Yeah, 164.
And
That's amazing. Give or take, yeah.
So yeah, we started roasting that coffee, and we're really enjoying it so far. So I've been actually drinking that coffee all week at the roastery.
Ooh.
When we started, we knew very early on. So obviously, with the Coffee of the Month, we try to showcase a coffee from a different producing country in a different region every month. And so we knew obviously that we would want to showcase at some point this year a coffee from Guatemala. So over the last few months, we had quite a few coffees with very fruits driven kind of flavor profiles. So we had coffees from Ecuador, Colombia, Rwanda and Tanzania as well recently. They're all quite fruity coffees. So we wanted to showcase something a little bit different. And so we wanted something a little bit more classic in terms of flavor profile. And to me, the coffees from Antigua are beautiful for that. I really like them.
Yeah, you can drink them all day.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because to me, they've got this really classic flavor profile that I really like. And when we say classic, we usually refer to very warm flavors. So usually we're thinking chocolate, brown sugar, a little bit of brown spices, some nuts, dried fruit as well. And it's the kind of coffee that works really well for plenty of different brewing methods, including espresso. Bourbon and Caturra, so it's a washed coffee. So I guess washed is the most traditional way of processing and distillaging coffee in Guatemala. In recent years, we've seen more and more producers in Guatemala doing natural processed and honey processed coffees. What's your opinion on the different processes? Is it more challenging?
Well, I think across Guatemala, there's what makes Guatemala so unique is that there's so many different coffee growing regions, and the flavors are so different. So you can't, like you mentioned, the Huehue coffees can be fruitier, but there's completely different climates across the different regions. So some regions have constant rain, which is moisture is the enemy of coffee, right? So I think, and also with the environment changing, I think it's great to explore alternative processes that are more efficient with the environment. Well, the reason we named it Coffee Bird was, I come from this long legacy, but we're all about changing breaking the whole colonial supply chain, and we've created a very simple and easy supply chain where anyone's welcome. And that's our magic ingredient. I wanted to name it something like modern, fresh, and I have farming roots in El Salvador. There's a huge civil war, and 2% of the indigenous bird population was saved because of the shade on coffee farms. Yeah. So when I found that fact, I thought that was really interesting, and it kind of is a sign, you know, like when you see more birds, it's a sign that the environment is healthy. Yeah.
Exactly. Well, I think we should talk a little bit about your beautiful bag. So you've been using those upcycled denim bags for a few years now. When did you actually start using those
2017.
Bags? 2017.
Yeah. And the idea came from a farmer we work with, Giorgio Bressani from Finca San Geronimo.
We can see as well that this year you have actually put one of the pyramids from Tikal.
That is mainly the symbol. The back of the bags kind of had like a very generic, kind of ugly looking feature.
Is that one specific pyramid from Tikal, or?
It is, and
there's quite a few pyramids. So it's a wonderful.
I forgot the name. So actually, kind of interesting about Tikal, Star Wars was filmed.
That's right.
There.
Yeah, I've got a picture of it.
And
trying to recreate the Star Wars.
And Tikal. Well, one of the most beautiful things about Guatemala is the Mayan heritage.
Absolutely.
I've always really admired the Mayan culture, and Tikal was a very important place for the Mayans. The Tikal is just a kind of a homage to the heart of the Guatemalan culture, which is the Mayan culture.
And so the $1 million question is, which coffee is your favorite in Guatemala?
Oh, I like them all.
Do you have any like specific like region that you particularly like in terms of like profile, or?
Well, obviously Bosques is like always
like
has a special spot.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, I think every farm and farmer that we work with has a unique and incredible story. And you know, you can't see it, and this is why it'd be cool for everyone to Google Antigua, but just to be in the middle of a valley that you see these incredible volcanoes and that energy that comes from it, it's just so dramatic and inspiring, right? That it's just it is a unique place to go to. So I do like all the coffees. I don't like overly fermented coffees, and I don't like anaerobic coffees that taste like pickles.
Well, Marta, thank you so much for coming over to our roastery. It was super insightful and very interesting to know the backstory of the Bosques de San Francisco coffee. And I hope you all enjoyed the conversation.
And the coffee. It's a lot of work, and it's 164 years of, a dream coming true. So thank you for having me.